What's up, y'all? Welcome to our Sag Through the Houses full moon reading. The full moon is this week on June 11th, the same day that we have holding space together, 7 p.m. CST via Zoom. To sign up, you can click the link below and steal one of those spots. We also have one-on-one sessions in Slidell at Christina's Therapeutic Touch this Friday, and you can sign up again with the link below. I'm using the Modern Witch Tarot deck and the Awakened Soul Oracle deck for our Through the Houses reading today, and you can find links to these in the link tree shop below. Check those out. You can find these on Amazon. I'm excited for our reading today. You can find your birth chart and which house Sag rules in your birth chart via the Astro Charts link below. And remember, if you do not have a house ruled by Sagittarius, you can click on the 0 reading in the show notes below. Without further ado, let's dive into our Sag Through the Houses full moon reading. All right, y'all, starting with my 9th house, Sagittarius, ruler of the 9th house. Anyone with a 9th house in Sag, this reading is for you. This is the house of philosophy, traditionally ruled by Sagittarius, and we are looking for the wisdom of this full moon in Sag. So the first card we pulled is the card of healing. This is in the Awakened Soul Tarot deck. We have the Hermit, Ten of Wands in reverse, the Moon in reverse, the Chariot in reverse, and the Page of Swords upright. So let's sit with this energy. We have the Hermit and Page of Swords upright, Ten of Wands, the Moon, and the Chariot in reverse. So my 9th house Sages, let's take a breath. Let's close our eyes and feel into the energy of this reading. I feel like there's a sense of clarity really wanting to come through. With the Chariot, the Moon, and the Ten of Wands in reverse, this feels like something really demanding your attention, something that has to be addressed. I feel like these 3 reverse cards in the middle are not allowing you to move forward. I don't really feel like there's a choice to be made or anything that you need to do besides address what is blocked. I feel a numbness. I feel like this group at this moment in time is in autopilot and unable to process something that's wanting to come up. And when we're in a full moon is illuminating. When we look at the Moon card in the tarot, it's allowing something to come to the surface, being unable to hide from something. And so the invitation for you in this full moon is to pray, meditate, move, stop distracting yourself. And I feel like with the Hermit at the start of this reading, it's inviting you to shut it down, to spend time with yourself, to book a healing session, to do some yoga, to do some journaling, to be with your soul, go to church, whatever it is, because I feel like it's really hard for you to see what this is because it's been pushed down for so long. I don't think it's incredibly obvious to you. It feels like you have really blocked out whatever is needing to come up. Let's read some notes on the Page of Swords. An ardent learner. The Page of Swords arrives with cheerful readiness, poised to address the unfolding of the moment. The Page of Swords is the archetype of the young hero, all the heart and courage, learning to wield the sword that is too big for him. We are grounding movement in this card, intellectual, communicative movement, grounding what we want to communicate, seasoning the teacher within us. The Page of Swords has big things and is ready to teach and share. All of the anxiety and terror that we see throughout the rest of the sword suits has finally dissipated. We are changing in the way that we relate to our mind. We are ready to use our voice and our mind for good to be of service. I feel like once you have addressed whatever this stagnation is, you're going to be able to communicate what it is you need so that you can move forward. I feel like you can't even begin to communicate what you need because you have to feel it first. These middle cards are about feeling what needs to be felt. You need to have a release. You need to have this aha moment like, oh my God, this is the thing. This is what's keeping me so stagnant. So take the time. Have some kind of ritual. I don't care what it is, whether it's tarot, whether it's meditation, yoga, going to church, being heard in confession, whatever it is, therapy, seeking counsel, whatever it is that you need to set this block free. Good luck, my Sag ninth houses. I am rooting for you 100%. All right, my 10th house, Sagittarius babies. This is the house of reputation ruled by Capricorn. 10th house Sag. What is the wisdom of the Sag full moon? Gratitude. This card's so pretty, so sweet. So sweet. All right, what is the wisdom of the Sag full moon? With the card of gratitude as our sweet little beacon. 7 of Pentacles, 5 of Swords, Knight of Cups, all in reverse. The Lovers and King of Wands. Taking a deep breath and settling into the wisdom of this reading, what do we have for our 10th house Sag? 10th house, the house of reputation, King of Wands and the Lovers. This feels like being really tired of trying to communicate something, of fighting, of working so hard. It feels like taking a deep breath and letting go of the need to control a situation, especially with your words. I feel like you're trying to control the outcome of something, specifically in relationship with your words. With the King here, we're talking about a very diplomatic, well-balanced, very excited energy. And as I say that, I almost feel like there's someone in your life. This King of Wands doesn't, I think this could go one of two ways. With the Lovers here, the Gemini energy of the Lovers here present, I think that it's both. Both are relevant. So you are either very excited about something and you're implementing change and embarking on a project that is really exciting to you, and there's someone in your life who isn't listening. You're wanting to share all of this excitement and they're not listening. They're either not taking you seriously or they're too distracted. And it's very frustrating for you. But that should not take away from your excitement. It sucks because you want to share this with someone, but especially with this gratitude here, I love the way she's holding her heart and over her heart chakra. Just if your enthusiasm is not being received with love or met with the same enthusiasm, your energy is not being matched. Every time you get excited around this particular person or group of people, maybe practice exactly what this card of gratitude is doing and put your hands to your heart and take a deep breath and just feel into the excitement and protect it. Hold it close. Knowing that the King of Wands is a card of action. So knowing that you're doing everything that you have to do and to keep moving towards your goals and to not let this energy of aloofness or dryness prevent you from feeling excited or executing your plans. Or, on the other hand, this King of Wands represents someone in your life who is excited about a project and you are the person ignoring them or not matching their excitement or their enthusiasm. And with this King of Wands card here, upright, I feel like this person has really good ideas and is very grounded and diplomatic and capable. And I feel like they're getting tired of sharing in their enthusiasm and being met with either resistance, because this Five of Swords here tells me that it's either resistance or, again, like I said before, aloofness. And I feel like if this is your person, like someone you really care about who's excited about a new adventure or endeavor, you want to share in this feeling of gratitude. You may not understand, you may not see their vision clearly, but if you want to maintain a strong relationship with this person, there has to be some attention given to their endeavors, to their excitement. We have Page of Swords as a clarifying card in the middle. They're wanting some kind of verbal acknowledgement from you. I feel like this Page of Swords here is about you or this other person actually walking their talk. Like you're not just speaking right now. I also feel like for some of you, this is speaking appreciation into the person in your life who works so hard to maintain stability for you and your family. And again, the Gemini card is here, so I feel like it's a double-edged sword, two sides of the fence, like, or needing to receive verbal gratitude for the work that you are doing. So where do you fall in this reading? Peace out, my 10th house Sagittarius. Angels. 11th house Sag. Asking for the wisdom of the Sagittarius full moon for my 11th house Sagittarius. The 11th house is the house of hope, ruled by Aquarius. Challenge. Love this card. I want to talk. Last night, I was trying to fall asleep, and I tend to be anxious, very anxious, especially before bed. And the word that came to me when I was falling asleep was hope. And I just kept reciting the word hope in my head over and over and over again. And I realized how little attention I give to the virtue of hope. So I feel like that is an important element of your reading, the word hope. We have Queen of Cups and Page of Wands. When we are talking about the queens, we are talking about our emotional intelligence, the cave of the heart, our well-being. And we are talking about Queen of Cups, which is the element of water, which is our psychic gifts, our emotional, psychic attunement, being very in tune with our emotions, being able to have boundaries, giving and receiving, in our psychic gifts, in our emotional well-being. And the pages are a very playful energy, excited about the element that's present. And with the Page of Wands, that tells me, let's see, the wand suit has been hustling and working its ass off. There is enormous creative energy and potential in the Page of Wands. This Page of Wands is the moment before moving forward with intention. It's all about taking a breath before leaping forward into something new. I feel like the Queen of Cups and the Page of Wands, especially with where these are facing, I feel like you've graduated into a new place of emotional maturity and you are very aware of how you respond to stimuli. And with the card of challenge here, I feel like in this full moon, there's something coming up and you are in a place of pause where you're thinking to yourself, I want to respond in an old, familiar way, but I feel a lot of grace and compassion and disappointment, but I am no longer identifying with that old version of myself. And I am on the verge of something very new and very exciting, and I don't have time to entertain the things that do not serve my greatest and highest good. I am taking whatever the stimuli is as a lesson and as a challenge to move forward with more grace and emotional maturity. So my 11th house Sag babies, this is a good job. This is a pat on the back. This is a keep going and keep building your empire. That you have what it takes. Don't get distracted. Keep moving forward and don't get frustrated with the pause that you're in right now. With the Page of Wands here in the middle, it's coming. This is a keep working. Don't get distracted. Trust the process. You are building exactly what you wish to build. Peace out, my 11th house Sag babies. 12th house Sag. The house of spirituality ruled by Pisces. Ooh, love that your card is grounding. I can totally see this and feel this. I also love that she has this red hair. When we're talking about the Sag full moon, Sag energy makes me think of a very vibrant, very excited energy. And we're talking about Sag in the 12th house. This is very adventurous, very adventurous in your spiritual endeavors. So we have the High Priestess here. What else? What other wisdom do we have? The King of Pentacles, a very grounding energy here. Queen of Cups in reverse. Four of Wands in reverse. Okay. Let's get some clarity on this King of Pentacles. Page of Pentacles. Man, I feel like with the grounding, the Page of Pentacles and the King of Pentacles here, this feels insanely grounding. Let's see. Let's dive a little deeper into the Page of Pentacles. Asking the deep questions. Why am I here? This is a long-term energy. Think burrowing, getting quiet, asking questions, just being, immersing yourself in nature. And then with the King of Pentacles, this is the long game. So wherever you are right now, you're setting yourself up for the long haul. Let's clarify this Queen of Cups and Four of Wands in reverse, the Moon. Five of Pentacles. One more. Six of Wands. This feels like a breakup of some sort. A breakup of some sort, leaving something physical and tangible behind. And with the Six of Wands here, I see you moving away from something and it feels very right, but she does feel a little sad. And I feel like you know whatever this is, you're not coming back to. Like you're establishing a whole new way of being, a whole new life. I want to clarify the High Priestess as well. Eight of Swords in reverse. The Emperor in reverse. And Judgment. I feel like this is you regrounding, regrouping. Something big is ending or has ended recently. And you are, I don't know that it's too recently, because I feel like with the Page of Pentacles and the Knight of Pentacles here, you are pretty established in a new life. I feel like you're just getting grounded in a new routine and a new way of life. And with the High Priestess here, I feel like now that your foundation is established, you can kind of open up your psychic, spiritual, very intuitive self. I almost feel like those doors have been closed because you have been going through whatever this is and establishing your home, your foundation, your income, like all of the things that are necessary for you to establish a life. And now that that is established, like I see you in your home, I see you settled in that space, I see you nurturing your home, making it yours. Now you're wanting to branch out, explore yourself, like heal whatever this is, reconnect with your gifts and your intuition, and open back up to the rest of the world. I feel like there's a little bit of fear here, maybe a little bit of doubt, a little bit of insecurity. I feel like there's an element of needing to take responsibility and also an element of being really kind to yourself. I just see you letting the floodgates open and allowing yourself to be connected to your source and to your heart. There's something about this that feels very heart-centered. And I feel like your home that you've established is a really safe place. The new routine that you established is a very safe place for you to begin opening the doors to your heart and nurturing yourself and centering and grounding in yourself and in your relationship to God. And seeing what comes up from there. 12th house Sagittarius, this is big, but also very beautiful and loving and sweet. I'm sending you so much love. Peace. All right, if you have no obvious house ruled by Sag, this reading is for you. Wisdom of the full moon in Sag. We have the card of knowledge, which I love for Sag energy because Sag is so philosophical and smart. It's both the student and the teacher. 10 of Wands in reverse. High Priestess in reverse. The Hermit upright. Knight of Cups in reverse. Knight of Swords in reverse. And Nine of Swords. I feel like this is you relying on your logical mind. I almost feel like you're thinking both too much and also focusing on things that are not terribly productive. Like, let's clarify this High Priestess and Ten of Wands. Queen of Swords. I almost feel like you're really this feels like cutting the bullshit. Like, I love saying that when Queen of Swords shows up. But I feel that when Queen of Swords comes into the picture, she is very honest and very transparent, and there is no bullshit. There's no room for bullshit. And her, as a clarifying card for the High Priestess and the Ten of Wands, it almost feels like you're making a lot of excuses for why something is continuing to happen or continuing to plague you. I almost feel like for some of you, you won't let yourself off the hook for something that happened in the past. Like you're harboring a lot of guilt or shame or resentment or what if energy. And then let's clarify this Knight of Swords and Knight of Cups, both in reverse, the Lovers. This feels like you're waiting for something that is never going to come. You're never going to hear the words. You're never going to get the emotional response that you want. This, with the Hermit in the middle, is like you are very codependent on something that is just not working out. And the Queen of Swords and the Hermit here are like, sis. And with the Knowledge card here, it's like you're refusing to see the facts. Refusing to see the facts. You're living in this like whimsical little world, wanting things to be different and wishing things to be different and wasting so much time. And enough is enough. You have everything you need to know what you need to know to move forward. And you choosing to perceive and live in La La Land is not helping anyone. And with the card of knowledge here, I love this card with all the lanterns. Like, read something. Find something that is enough of a distraction from you obsessing, because I feel like it's this inner monologue, this thought loop that is unproductive and not based in reality at all. And I feel like you're kind of stuck in it. So I feel like a first step for you to get your mind right is to find something really good and supportive to read. Something good and supportive, not something that feeds this fantasy that you're having trouble letting go of. And I kind of think at this point, you're waiting for this type of confirmation. And you kind of know. You've been on the fence asking for a sign, and here it is. So my anything goes 0 house Sag babies. Maybe go listen to the books I've read so far this year, podcast episode I just came out with, and pick something to read and distract yourself until you're in a grounded enough place to begin processing whatever this is and move forward. Best of luck to you. My first house, Sag. I recorded this entire reading for you and my camera was not on. So I am going to do my best to repeat this because I really felt such a strong messaging with this card that was really important. So we're going to lay all these cards out again. So the gist of this reading is that there is a situation happening where you are not seeing the whole picture. You're either passing judgment on yourself, or you're worried about other people judging you, or passing judgment on someone else. Something that is happening in this energy of the full moon is triggering a very big emotional response. And with the Seven of Swords in the middle, the word that I got was gossip, rumors, manipulation. And I feel like what you're wanting to do, either in your mind or with your words, is control a narrative about something that is happening. The person or situation doesn't feel like something that is like best friend or immediate family. It feels like a relationship that is easy for you to want to cut off and be really bitchy about, honestly. And with the sun here clarifying this group of cards, it is telling me that you're not seeing the whole picture, that there's light to be shed on this situation. There is a more positive light for this situation to be perceived in. With the Page of Pentacles here, you're taking a pause. You're recognizing that the response that you are wanting to have in the Seven of Swords energy is an old way of being activated by a trauma response of some sort. With the Queen of Wands here at the center of this reading, this is the energy that we really want to focus on and embody. The Queen of Wands is someone who can handle both their fire and their water. So the passion, the fury, the excitement, the rush of fire, the rush of water, the emotional response. The Queen of Wands is able to handle it all, see the big picture, recognize that she cannot see every single aspect of what is happening, and learning to contain the outburst and to embody a very loving, compassionate, open version of fire and water. How can you turn these very large feelings, transmute them with fire and water, and ground in something productive? Understand that what is happening may not be any of your business. And if it is, everything that you need to know will come to light, but you have to understand that there is more to this story. And with the sun here, there is room for compassion. Good luck, my first house, Sagittarius babes. Second house, Sag. Second house is the house of self-worth, ruled by Taurus. Perseverance is your card from the Awakened Soul Tarot deck. Let's see what cards come up for my second house, Sag. What is the wisdom of the Sag full moon for my second house, Sag? Knight of Swords in reverse. Page of Pentacles. The Moon in reverse. Knight of Pentacles in reverse. So many reverse cards. Page of Wands. Temperance in reverse. One more. Three of Swords. Lots of heartbreak energy in this full moon in Sag. Okay. We have Temperance and Three of Swords. Let's clarify Temperance and Three of Swords. Nine of Cups in reverse. Wheel of Fortune. Round and round. This feels like a paralyzed energy. With Temperance here, it doesn't really feel balanced. Temperance in reverse, it doesn't really feel balanced. It feels stuck. But with the Wheel of Fortune here, let's clarify the Wheel of Fortune. Ooh. 5 of Pentacles in reverse. 8 of Wands in reverse. This is like stillness, not being honest with yourself. Shit. Oh my God. This feels like really slow. Let's read the card of perseverance in this deck. The Perseverance card has called you today to remind you that you have more resourcefulness, ability, and potential than you may ever even know. It is kindly asking that you stop limiting yourself because of what has happened in the past, your fears, what other people think of you, or what you can and cannot do. Dig deep, push through the limitations you have placed on yourself. Let me find these notes that I have on 3 of Swords. Let's see, the 3s. Coming back to the heart. A triggering or activating moment. A lot of these readings are about there being no movement. I want to draw our attention to the upright cards in this reading. Page of Wands, Page of Pentacles, and the Wheel of Fortune. Everything else is in reverse. Everything else is in reverse. Let's put these away for now. The pages are about excitement, are about embodying the energies of the elements present, so earth and fire. Let's see what element the pages are. I believe they're water. No, earth. So we're grounding inspiration, insights for the long term. I see this energy as putting a stake in the ground, almost like setting up camp. I see you putting a tent up and being like, this is where I want to be. This right here in this moment is where I want to be. And all you have right now to live in is a tent. And so you have to figure out this space, how it's going to work in this moment right now and in the long term. And what I feel with this Wheel of Fortune and Perseverance card is that you have to recognize, and we had the 3 of Swords, this was also upright, is that what you are feeling in this moment, whatever despair or frustration, uncertainty that you feel in this moment, or activation that you feel in this moment, is just in this moment. It will pass. It will pass. Your circumstances as they are right now will not stay this way forever. You are setting yourself up for long-term success. So in every moment, in the space that you're in right now, what do you love? I'm getting, do not abandon yourself and the things that bring you joy and make you happy out of fear. To keep moving. To keep connecting with what inspires you. To make what you have work right now. I feel like you have everything you need right now. And with this Wheel of Fortune, I see it as it turns. I almost see it like some kind of pinball machine. Like as it turns, it sends what you need back to this Page of Wands and Page of Pentacles. And I feel like every time you settle and make what you have work, you're given another gift. You're given another gift and another gift. And I feel like these moments of activation, these Three of Swords moments, are all ways to show you how you've healed so far. There's not much to do but continue connecting with what brings you joy. Keep finding inspiration and keep trusting that you have everything you need and you are building exactly what you need to be successful in the long term. I love this reading for you. I really do, my second house Sag. This is really good stuff. Keep doing what you're doing. Trust that this is just a moment. Everything is working out in your favor. All you have to do is keep bringing the good vibes to your space, whatever that means. Third house Sag, the house of communication, ruled by Gemini. And we have the card of silence, not a coincidence at all. We have justice. What is the wisdom of the Sag full moon? The Hermit for my third house Sag. The Hanged One, the Sun, Four of Pentacles. Very interesting that this card of silence is here. We have justice, we have the Sun, Four of Pentacles upright, and the Hermit and the Hanged One in reverse. Let's clarify the Hermit and the Hanged One in reverse. Seven of Swords. Clarify the Seven of Swords. The High Priestess. And one more. Queen of Swords. This feels like a story that's being conjured in your mind. Let's have a card for the silence card. Nine of Wands in reverse. I feel like the best thing you can do right now is keep quiet about something. I actually feel like you're stuck between a rock and a hard place. I feel like you know something. Or you see something. You're like, I've been here before. I know how this is going to end. And you're wanting to tell someone how to be or how to do something. But I feel like there's a lot of wisdom in just being present with someone and being silent. I feel like you're giving this situation, this person, a gift by just being supportive and allowing them to trust their intuition and trusting that they're meant to learn whatever they're meant to learn in this situation and that you verbally do not have to get involved. I feel like there is a sense of you not knowing everything, that you may have like an intuitive nudge about something, and you're probably right. But as far as the little minute details go, there's probably a lot you don't know. I'm also feeling like maybe sharing your story or experience isn't ideal right now. I just see you being so beautiful and so present, and that's it. Taking in a lot of sunlight, a lot of joy. I see you being in nature and trusting that there's divine order and whatever this is just going to work out. I see you totally unplugging from whatever this is. I see you not having to be involved at all. I see this Four of Pentacles as you protecting your energy, protecting your light, not giving too much of yourself away. I see this situation is on the other side of this door, and you locking the door and just enjoying your peace and your space. Third house Gemini, third house Sag, less is more as far as communication goes. Peace out. Fourth house Sag, the wisdom of this full moon in Sag. This is the house of family, the house of the heart, the house of the home, ruled traditionally by Cancer. Your card is authenticity. What wisdom do we have for our fourth house Sagittarius babes? Six of Wands. Love this. Eight of Swords in reverse. Everything is fine. Knight of Cups. Nine of Swords. Three of Swords. I really feel like the mental chatter for you I feel like it's slowing down. I feel like there might be something coming up maybe in your dream space that's making you feel emotional or thinking more about something from the past. But whatever it is, I feel is really quick. With authenticity, with Six of Wands, with Knight of Cups here, I almost feel like this is coming up, whatever this sword situation is right here, that is making you feel a little uncomfortable, a little sad, is a way for you to nurture yourself or someone who you really love. I see you filling up someone's cup. Like I see you as this Knight of Cups, bringing someone water, bringing someone love, bringing someone the gifts of your past experiences and the wisdom that you've shared to hold someone. I see you really holding someone. I see you by your life, by your spirit, by your soul, that you are really offering someone a gift by holding space for them and showing up as you without questioning yourself. I really feel you nurturing yourself exactly as you are. And leading the way for other people. Holding people up. I see like these horses and these carriages moving through the woods. I'm trying to think of it's giving Game of Thrones, like the way they would travel from town to town, but less scary and gory. And you're leading the way from point A to point B. And you have all the supplies necessary because the person or people that you're walking with are distraught. They've been through a lot and they didn't think clearly when packing and preparing. And you're like, no, I've got this. Like, we're going to be fine. Everything's okay. I have what we need. And just allowing people to process and feel and teaching them how to hold themselves and also be very supportive and sharing your experiences and what you've learned and the tools that you have. My fourth house Sag this is really beautiful, supportive, loving energy. Keep doing you. You are a freaking angel. Fifth house Sag, traditionally ruled by Leo. This is the house of creativity, of sex, of Children, what is the wisdom of this full moon in Sag for my 5th house Sagittarius babes? Devotion. The card of devotion. What is the wisdom of this full moon in Sag for my 5th house Sag? 7 of Swords. This card is coming up a lot in these readings. Ace of Swords, 7 of Swords, Knight of Cups. I see this 7 of Swords as a fork in the road. Of choosing to move towards a more productive way of thinking, as opposed to, I see you focusing on logic and less on your emotional response. We have Queen of Pentacles and the High Priestess in reverse here. Let's clarify this devotion card and Ace of Swords. I feel you not wanting to focus on distraction as much and determining in this moment what those distractions are, because some of them are sneaky. You don't realize they're distractions. And I feel like you really desire to spend your time and your resources wisely, your energy wisely, so that you can live a life of purpose and passion. I feel like you don't want to be all over the place. You want to be focused and grounded and dedicated to something. I feel like with the 2 of Swords as the clarifier for this card of devotion, it's kind of hard to see. Let's clarify this 2 of Swords in reverse, Judgment. I almost feel like you're not letting yourself. Maybe there's a longing, a desire for something that you're not really allowing yourself to fully embrace. Out of fear of judgment, maybe not even letting yourself look at it. Our 2 awakened souls are professional ballet dancers. They are focused in a dress rehearsal on the stage where the culmination of years of hard work, blood, sweat, tears, and passion are paying off. This is their purpose in life, and they are focused completely in this moment and fully there for each other. They have both worked countless hours individually, but also with each other, learning to trust and know each other's strengths and weaknesses to complement each other as one. They are truly devoted with open hearts to their work and each other as dance partners. In a field where the only way you can succeed is to be completely committed, they understand what this means to be truly devoted to their art. I bring an open heart to my work in the world. I feel like the question in this reading is, are you happy with what you're doing with your life? Are you expressing your creativity? Are you allowing yourself to be playful? With this house ruling creativity, and I really think this house also rules children. I feel like another question is, do you want family? I think that this reading is a lot about clarifying what it is you truly truly want. And I feel like the light of the full moon is bringing something to the forefront of your mind that you won't let yourself take seriously. What is that? Sixth house, Sag, the house of health, traditionally ruled by Virgo. What is the wisdom of the full moon for my sixth house, Sag? Cleanse. This is one of my favorite cards in this deck. Whew. Two of Cups. The Sun. Oh. Judgment. Nine of Cups. I feel like this is a reunion. Immediately with Cleanse and Two of Cups, I feel like this is a reunion of clarifying something between you and someone you once felt really close to. This feels like a childhood friend. Let's pull a few more cards around this Nine of Cups in reverse. I don't feel like for everyone this is actually like verbal. Let's see, Page of Swords, the High Priestess. Well, the Page of Swords, this is communication. This is saying what you need to say. The High Priestess here, I feel like you've had time to really sit with this and you've softened a little bit around whatever this thing is, or maybe they did too. But also, with the Page of Swords upright, I feel like you can very, very clearly, intuitively, sincerely communicate what you need to communicate about what was missing. And for some of you, this is a person-to-person interaction. But for others, I think this is simply letting something go without having to say anything or exchange anything with someone else. You can energetically exchange forgiveness and kind thoughts and loving words. And I think for some of you, that's all that's necessary. Like maybe there's a friendship, an old friendship, a situation that you wish could be different but can't be different weighing on your mind, and you're just ready to send peace and love and let go of whatever is tethering you to the animosity. And I feel like you're just ready. I love this card of Cleanse with the window open and the full moon and all the crystals. And maybe that's what you need to do. Just offer up some prayers on the smoke and let whatever this thing is go. With this being the card of health too, I'm wondering if you could also have a little ritual offering up prayers for the discomfort that you feel in your physical health and your physical body. I'm also feeling like maybe there is someone who's heavy on your heart or your mind that could also use prayers, whether you are aware of whatever situation there is or not, for them. With the Queen of Wands here, I feel you very empowered, very grounded, and having the gift of magic to offer up prayers and intention. I feel this group being very intentional and offering up prayers for other people. Some of you are actually in a really loving, really good place and are feeling very settled in the energy of this moon, and your calling for some of you is to just offer your prayers to other people. I see you writing intentions on paper, having a ceremony where you burn the intentions or with water, or spending time outside with your feet on the earth, sending love and light to either specific people or just out into the world in general. I really see this person offering up prayer. How lovely. My 6th house Sag. 7th house Sag, house of contracts, of partnership, ruled by Libra. What is the wisdom of this full moon for my 7th house Sagittariuses? Boundaries. She's so wicked in the best way. What wisdom do we have in the light of this Sag new moon for my 7th house Sagittarius angels? Queen of Wands. She's coming up so much. It's such a Sag energy. 10 of Pentacles in reverse. Interesting. Justice and 4 of Pentacles. This 4 of Pentacles feels like protection. This Justice card feels like letting things play out. And the Hierophant, like I feel like these are colder energies. Waiting for something. With the Hierophant over the Knight of Sword and 10 of Pentacles, this is something just isn't right. Something is not right. If you are thinking about a contract or signing something, I feel like you have to protect yourself and know what you want. And with the Queen of Wands here, I feel like you do. I feel like you do. Know what you want, or know what you need, or know what you deserve. And with the Boundaries card here, I feel you putting your foot down. Something is not right. Let me get another clarifier for the Knight of Swords and 10 of Pentacles in this reading. I can't decide if it's money, Judgment. It almost feels like tying up some loose ends, and whatever is on offer right now is not what you will actually receive. And I feel like if you don't rush into anything and allow whatever this is to play out, it will be what you need. I feel like the Queen of Wands, 4 of Pentacles, Justice, the Hierophant, even the Boundaries card is like a waiting card. Almost like a lurking, like I feel such a hard stop. I feel such a hard stop, like letting something pass. That's what this feels like, a letting something pass. High Priestess in reverse, 2 of Cups. We need a balanced exchange. What is the direction, the insight, the movement? Temperance in reverse, 6 of Cups. It's like something needs to rewrite itself. This almost feels like you advocating for someone who can't advocate for themselves, or you advocating for a version of you that needed someone to advocate for them a long time ago, and you are rewriting that story for the best. I hope this makes sense, my 7th house Sagittarius angels. I feel like patience is the word for this reading. I literally see you just waiting, but it's like an empowered waiting. Like in the shadows, knowing when it's time to move. And I feel like the Justice and the Hierophant are like going to signal when it's time, like almost like they're your lookouts. I have a really good feeling about this, but something is working itself out right now. Meditate on Queen of Wands. Meditate on 6 of Cups. Meditate on boundaries. Sending you love, my 7th house Sagittarius babes. Eighth house Sag. The house of transformation, traditionally ruled by Scorpio. What is the wisdom of this full moon in Sag for my 8th house Sagittarius babes? Vision. I love this card. Very third eye centered, super aligned with Scorpio energy, if I do say so myself. Let's clarify this vision card in the messages of this Sag full moon, the High Priestess. Ten of Pentacles in reverse, 5 of Pentacles upright. Let's clarify these Pentacles. Queen of Wands in reverse. This feels like disappointment. The Fool and Page of Cups. So I feel with this Queen of Wands in reverse, 5 of Pentacles, 10 of Pentacles, it's disappointment. I feel like with this card of the vision and with the High Priestess, we are able to I feel like you're not letting this consume you. You are someone who trusts the bigger picture, and I really feel you tapping into that right now, like being surrendered. And I feel like taking the time in this full moon to daydream and meditate on, like, okay, I'm surrendered. I trust that everything happens for a reason. I feel myself surrounded by love and supported. Please show me the way. This Page of Cups and the Fool feels like you being open to any possibility, being very trusting and surrendered. And I love the fish and the Page of Cups because I feel like the fish is talking to her. Your job, post whatever disappointment this is to play and have fun. To get lost in yourself in the best way possible. To just play in this full moon. To allow the energy of play and imagination to transform this situation and invite in the vision of what it is that is coming next for you. I love this energy for you, 12th house Sag. Or 8th house Sag, I'm sorry. 8th house Sag. Like your only job right now is to surrender and play. Meditate on the full moon in your third eye space. Really sit with the imagery of this vision card. Feel into that as you lay down to go to sleep every night this week of the full moon. and every free moment you have, daydream and play. Peace out.